Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my desk of reckoning. This week we've got disappointing valuations from the Middle East, disappointing card offerings from Barclays, a disappointing devaluation from Chase and IHG, plus a really cool video of a Delta A319 at full cruise from a weather balloon. I'm Aaron, better known by my friends in low places as Wubba Lubba A-Dub, and this is the Points Reckoning Picture Show. Now, thus far, we've gone through the three wise men and Euro plus Asian carriers. This week, we're heading east, all the way to the middle of it, where despite having outstanding products, we see low-value award currencies. We're skipping over Qatar simply because their program is so low-value and cumbersome that we've stopped tracking them. That means that we're kicking this week off with Etihad, a real disappointment when it comes to value. Despite having the most over-the-top product in the sky, the residents, their miles are only worth 0.23 cents each. Ouch. Our best for the month was only 1.59 cents, and the worst was 0.37 cents, plus a whole lot of non-availability. This is what eviscerated the program's value. Now, the Etihad guest program may have the largest spread between our average redemption value and what's theoretically possible that we've ever seen. Bad news aside for a moment, let's talk possibilities. Etihad's guest program does provide the opportunity to reward the savvy points and miles traveler with some phenomenal value. Take their first-class apartments, for example. The above is likely to be considered one of the top 5 airline seats in the world. Furthermore, we found a single seat at the end of March bookable for 136,000 miles plus $229 in cash. If the same seat would have been booked conventionally, it would have cost $15,000. One could then argue that Etihad guest miles are worth in excess of 11.5 cents each. Of course, this argument would discount the fact that we had to search through 90 days of flights to find it, and that availability on the other 89 days that didn't exist or cost in excess of 1 million miles. Now, moving on to Emirates and their Skywards program. Cutting right to the chase, their program's miles are worth just 0.43 cents per piece. The best for the month came in at a very healthy 3.88 cents, and the worst just 0.19 cents. The former being for a first-class seat, London to Hong Kong, bookable for 141,000 miles plus $770 in cash. Availability was better than Etihad's, but still not great. We were only able to find flights on 53.45% of our hypothetical redemption searches. Now, Emirates is of particular interest to those willing to travel midweek. As all of our departures fall on Fridays, Emirates was perhaps unfairly punished. Search after search, we saw no weekend availability, while Wednesday, Thursday was wide open. All this said, our recommendation would unfortunately be to keep Emirates as a backup option. You'll likely find better award opportunities booking Emirates via Alaska's mileage plan. Now, finally, we've got Turkish Airlines, the highest value of the lot, with an ACR value coming in at 0.98 cents per mile. I really like the Miles&Smiles program. It's one of the best outside the US, thanks to their 2-tier award system. One is rarely left searching for availability. Our best for the month was 4.87 cents per mile, and that was on a business class flight from Miami to Istanbul. Our worst was a depressing 0.12 cents, and that was for an economy flight from Washington to Beijing. Don't book that one. In addition to excellent availability, Turkish's award booking portal is just simply great to use. It's functional and beautiful. Very often, an airline will have a fantastic user experience for their cash customers and a barely functional one for their award traveling ones. Not so when booking with Miles&Smiles. It's almost as polished as Delta's. As of this reckoning, Turkish Airlines Miles&Smiles is primarily on the radar for those who hold Citi's thank you points. We consider it a shame that neither Amex nor Chase partner. They would be a valuable addition to either program. And with that, let's move on to the news. Now, it's a relatively light news week. Either that or the news surrounding the looming trade war is drowning out the travel feeds. I wanted to jump into Southwest's devaluation, but that will have to wait till next week. Short on time here, so for now, just a quick fun story from the wizarding world of points and miles, and a little badassery. This is not useful at all, it's just plain cool. Have you ever wondered what exactly an airliner would look or sound like at full cruise if you could magically be standing at 35,000 feet as it flew by, without dying? As luck would have it, I found a video that gets pretty darn close. There's an organization out of New York called Overlook Horizon. They do something with academia, though I'm not really sure what. Anyhow, they launch weather balloons. On Mission 5, one of their balloons came pretty close to a Delta A319 en route from Boston to the Big D at 38,000 feet, flying at full cruise. Have a look. Now, I think that's pretty awesome. For anyone who gets off clutching pearls, Overlook Horizons makes sure to point out that all their flights are FAA registered with proper NOTAMs filed and carry radar reflectors. Okay, since that's all I had for the week, let's move into a little bit of strategy. We've got a new card on the market, sure to disappoint just about everyone. The Barclays Arrival Premier World Elite Mastercard, and it's a real shitty deal. We're assuming this card is marketed towards consumers who do absolutely no research prior to opening a new account. Let's run over a few of the basics. We've got an annual fee of $150, not waived for the first year, a sign-up bonus of $0, an annual bonus of 25,000 low-value miles, 2 times points on all purchases, a global entry credit, lounge key membership, and no foreign transaction fees. It's conspicuously missing rental car coverage and purchase protection. To start, let's get right into the Barclays miles and why they're probably not for you. You see, Barclays likes to play a little cloak and dagger. By offering 2 times points on all purchases, the naive will think you're getting more value than, say, the Sapphire Reserve or Premier Rewards Gold offers. But the devil, as they say, is in the details. While you might earn twice as many of them, they're worth about half as much. So what can you do with Barclays miles? Well, much like their more valuable counterparts, you can use them for statement credits, gift cards, or transfer them to a travel partner. Wait, what? Yeah, the travel partner thing is new for Barclays, and while we're happy to see a new transferable currency in the mix, we wish their rookie attempt was less pathetic. Their travel partner selection is poor at best, and the ratios are simply not competitive. Here they are. Most transfer at a rate of 1.4 Barclays miles to an airline mile, except JAL, which is considerably worse. Other than that, you're able to receive statement credits at the sad rate of 0.5 cents cash or 1 cent to reimburse travel purchases. The latter isn't actually so bad. It matches Amex, but is only 66.66666% of what Chase would offer for travel booked via the Sapphire Reserve. Now, benefits are a real stinking pile of garbage. Nevertheless, we'll start off with the one bright spot, the global entry credit. Actually, it's pretty unusual for a sub $200 card, and really the only one that I'm aware of. Past the GE credit, things go south quicker than Jeb Bush's presidential campaign. You see, if you open an account, and you shouldn't, you'll receive a lounge key membership. That sounds great. Airport lounge access on a $150 card? Nope, wrong. What you're actually getting is something similar to a Priority Pass standard membership, basically a pay-per-visit scenario. In other words, lipstick on a pig, worthless, unless you like spending $27 to enter what is a typically low-end lounge. Foreign transaction fees are waived, and as they should be, just like every other card at this price point, and just like many cheaper ones. Even the fee-free Citi Costco Visa waives them. Next. You also get no rental car insurance, though it's become a de facto standard on any card in the semi-premium and up categories. The Barclays Arrival Premier conspicuously omits them, and that's just absurd. Finally, this card almost completely skimps on purchase protection. The only benefit here is a fraud liability waiver, which pretty much anything that's made of plastic and not a debit card has. What it doesn't have is return, theft, or trip interruption coverage. Last year, the Sapphire Reserve saved me personally $500 when some hoodlum stole my camera out of a DC bar. At this point, I'd never consider a card that didn't have something similar. So who is this card good for? I really don't know. Certainly not anyone who comparison shops. Maybe someone who's such a liquor fiend that they require a card which starts with the word bar. If you're in the market for a card in the $100 price range, the Sapphire Preferred, Amex Gold, or Citi Thank You Premier all offer much better return on investment. And since we're on the sad train today, I want to move right into the IHG rewards cards. For years, it's been one of the best hotel cards on the market. While IHG points aren't really worth all that much, only 0.44 cents at latest valuations, the card offered something else. Something much more valuable, a free night at any IHG property and instant Platinum Elite status. Going forward, Chase has released 2 cards to replace the one that previously carried a $49 fee. The new duo is priced at $29 for the Traveler card and $89 for the Premier version. Since the latter is much closer to the $49 one it replaced, we'll take a look at that. And before moving forward, it's worth noting that I'm not at all surprised by the devaluation. At only $49, the previous card was way OP and was a prime target for nerfing. Sad but not unforeseeable. What really sucks is that the new card, despite costing $40 more, is actually worth less. Ones still get status, but instead of a free night at any hotel, they're limited to ones that cost less than 40,000 points. Take a look here and the list of specific exclusions. Almost all Intercontinentals and Kimpton hotels, a bunch of Crown Plazas, some Holiday Inns, and a lone Candlewood suite. The last one really puts me over the edge. Ultimately, we're sad to see the old card go, but it's had a good run. Sort of like the old saying about better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Our current recommendation is to stay on the sidelines of this new card for now, at least until some lucrative sign-up bonuses present themselves. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close her on out for the week. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this week's program, please hit that like, share, or sub button. If not, go ahead and give that thumbs down button a press. Alright, and don't book that middle seat.